Alright, today we're playing Recettear and Item Shop Tale. It's an old game, you know, late 2000s, I believe. It's been close to 10 years since I played it, so I mean, it's been some time since it's been out. But it's one of the few item shop games that actually get item shop games like correctly. The way like the bargaining system was, like buying and selling and finding it in dungeons, all that stuff. Like it's actually a really well put together game that not a lot of people know about. So this is another good one to kind of show off here. Probably gonna do a full playthrough, can't guarantee, but we'll get into it because especially in the beginning, I really want to skip it because I already know the story, but we can't be doing that now. But there is a lot of dialogue in the beginning, so don't get deterred from that. If you just want to see gameplay, you can skip through the video a little bit. Alright, but here we go. Alright, so tier. Not sure if I want to read this out loud or not. Like throughout the whole game, and once I start, I'm gonna finish. Or I'll be doing it the whole time. Alright, oh, for the love of... She's still asleep. Does she really not understand how important today is? Merple. Can't eat another bite. But I can always find room for yummy candy. Mimble warble. Oh no. Wake up! Hear that? I can't. Alright. We're not going to read through all this. It's going to take way too long. It's going to be a 7-hour playthrough just to get through the dialogue. Maybe anything important I'll read, but I'll skip through it at a reasonable pace so you guys can read it yourselves. But it would be kind of fun to do voice acting for this, but I don't know about playing a young girl in a fairy for 80% of the playthrough. Is going to be, especially saying things like, Purple. Alright. Get ready and meet her downstairs. Here we are at the item shop. Let's open the shop right now. And this always made me laugh. The capitalism ho, but it almost makes it. It's like capitalism ho. Patience reset. It's hard not to read it out loud, but it also is equally difficult to read it. What? Yeah, a lot of you guys played like maybe some of the item shop games, or even like certain games like a Stardew even. Share some similar elements. Like it'd be a game that a lot of people I think would enjoy if you did enjoy those type of games. It still holds up. The gameplay is really good. I would like to see a remake of this game, like something. The characters are pretty well put together. It would be fun to see like more like animated, like an anime cutscene style. Like have this game completely updated. Because the gameplay holds up. There haven't been too many games that have come and that have mimicked it well, let alone mimicked it at all even. But I think there's room for a game like this. But like the story of this is pretty much you're left with an item shop. Your dad's missing, but he leaves you with a debt. You got to pay it off. And to do that, you must run a successful business. Yeah. It's like a lot of tutorial stuff. This isn't necessarily the real storyline or Alright, gonna get out of here. Head over for the Merchants Guild. Hello. A girl and a fairy. You two are... Yes. You're Recettear, that loan shark. And that loan shark. That's what tier is. Well, that is not, well, an incorrect assessment. Would be fun to read this. It would take so long, though. Alright. That's right, mister. She and I are partners. Don't be mean. Ha ha ha. Forgive me, forgive me. Partners it is. I'll be opening that shop today. I need to pick up a few items. Now, it's been a while. I remember, like, I had played this through so many times when it had first come out. I had, like, a system down of, like, which items to even get at this point to, like, progress you further. That is all beyond me at this point. I've forgotten a lot of that. Alright, I'm gonna get some items. I couldn't remember if I made more, like if it was better to just completely stock it up, or like I feel like I bought like the big item. Longsword, we got swords, daggers, staves, bows, spears, gloves, clothes, robes, breastplates, armor, bracelets, shields, hats, helms, charms. A lot of different variety and item types, and you get a lot of each item type as the game progresses. So it does that right. It has a lot of items, a lot of variety, so you're not just putting the same few items up. Alright, what are we gonna buy? $4.55 for the iron armbands. $13. I can't even afford that one. Let's go with the sword. So we could always get the windbreakers. I would allow money for some variety in what we're getting. I guess for the purpose of moving this along, let's just blow our money with a couple quick items here. We're in the sword business. I'm a sword salesman. What is the guild? Right, so, guild is essentially a group of people in the same kind of business that cooperate with one another. Since the price of the items can vary from store to store, it is... Yes, we know what the guild is. Forgive me for not reading through this part. We're gonna leave. We'll get to know this guy maybe in a later video. I don't want the first video to be 90% dialogue. People watch this and it's no gameplay shown in the first video. They're gonna think that I'm just watching or playing a visual novel. Capitalism, ho! Well, Adam Smith would be proud of us at any rate. Capitalism, ho! Very well, it is time to give you a crash course in the basics of running an item shop. Okay, what do I do first? Tell me. First, we need to put some items on display. Yes. This is pretty self-explanatory through this part. You put the items in the spots where they're available. There's 4 spots in the middle, and then 3 or 4 up by the window, 2 or 3 on the side. You can expand your shop as you get more money, afford the upgrades, add more spots to put items. That way you can sell more from day to day. Put the primo item in the window. I'll speak with you a moment. Counters by the window, items. This is where she tells you if you want eye-catching items, your rarest stuff needs to go by the window. And that's going to bring more people into your shop. Something in my eye, sorry. Too big eyelashes. Okay. Oh. Do I still have... Yeah, I got the walnut bread. Let's go. We don't need to eat no walnut bread. Alright, head back. Now she's going to teach us how to sell the haggling system. Okay, oh. Okay, oh. Guess more of the pronunciation. Yes, Professor. Now then, when a customer enters, be sure to greet them with a nice big welcome. Welcome. Greeting the customer helps them feel comfortable and relaxed while in the store. Their comfort is fundamental to our business. Remember that as we continue, now, a typical customer will find an item they want on our displays, and then they will come over to the counter and pay for it. Let me demonstrate. Could I get this, please? Want to go a targeted price is what she's basically saying here. Press button 3. That's how old it is. Like, this is back when most of the games on PC, if you used a gamepad, it was still button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so on. Consult the custom.exe program included with Recettear if you have. That's amazing. Wait, button 3 custom? Exactly, that's what everybody nowadays would be saying when they play that. The hell you mean? Breaking the fourth wall here in this tutorial. Alright, in general you want to try and name a price higher than the base. Well, yes, you want to make money. Try naming a price, if you will. Let's say... You'll likely notice that the base price serves as your default. To raise your offer, press up. Press up? Okay. Very good. That is how you adjust your offer. As might be obvious, if a customer is satisfied with your offer, it is a sale and you get a little bit of experience along with the money. So you do level up by getting the sales. Sometimes, I remember there for a while, like to level up, I would just make sure that I always made the sale, even if I didn't like necessarily make much item or money on it. Especially when you get higher up, playing the game for a while, you end up getting enough, get enough money on, you know, to where you can just more focus on getting the sales and maxing out. Because you go on like a streak, I believe, the more sales you get in a row, or maybe it was like the more like perfect prices you get, like if you give customers a good deal, I think that's what carries your streak on, that like they leave happy or something like that. That's some stuff that's kind of I've forgotten about a little bit. We'll get to that point as we go. But there's a way to go on a streak, and that will like max your profits and or your leveling for the day. Alright, so she teaches us how to haggle. A little haggling. So we're already almost 15 minutes into this video and we're still just doing some tutorial. Might just make the first video the intro tutorial and then be like, if you want to see the gameplay, go to video 2, but I definitely don't want to have a lot of people like see the first video and it be nothing but the actual you know, intro, and then they just think this is all the game truly is. Like, it's somewhat of a boring start, but I promise you, once you get into it, you'll start getting hooked. Once you actually get into where like the majority of it is your day-to-day like, item shop routine, and then like dungeon crawling and stuff. Oh, excuse me. That will, yeah, that'll. It's much better at that point, I guess. I'll put it that way. Yeah, let's make it a little cheaper. And that's how you haggle, boys and girls. Ugh, this takes so long. It's like I kind of want to just skip through this part and then start it, but there is like a little tiny bit of, you know. Oops, sorry. Try to always keep it about 130% or lower. That's usually somewhat in the sweet spot. Yeah, there's a little bit of story elements in the beginning, so I'm keeping it in, but yeah, it's like, it's a very basic tutorial. The game's not, you know, I don't know, it's pretty straightforward. So you gotta literally do this twice just so you can be like, well, let's haggle next time. I didn't even lower the price. Alright. And that is essentially how it goes. You are quite good for someone who has never done this before. Really? Really? We still have a bit of time left today, so let us go ahead and open the store proper. If anyone comes in, simply handle them in the same way we just practiced. Alright. You sure it'll be okay? Yes, make money. Don't worry, as the saying goes, salesmanship is more of an art than it is a science. You learn as you go. Good day. Alright, here we go. Welcome, looking for something special. I like one breads, please. Something just a little less. It's bread, come on. I sold walnut bread, yes. Congratulations, you did well. Really. I sold stuff. Me, Recette, I sold stuff, like, to people. I like the writing in this. So happy I did it. She's so happy. She sold the walnut bread. Papa, I did it. Oh, Papa went to go get milk. Alright, and that's how we started running an item shop. Oh, you're wondering why we started an item shop at all? Well, to explain that, you need to understand how Tyr and I first met. Easy Game Station presents. Now, about 20 minutes in, we are finally through the tutorial and getting to the game. A Tale of a Fairy and a Girl. And how to run an item shop. Let's see. Yep, the calendar says it's been 3 months since Papa left. I don't get why he suddenly said, I'm gonna be a hero, and then took off without saying he'd be back. I really hope he's okay. I'm getting lonely. Well, I shouldn't worry too much about him. The best thing about him is how tough he is. He'll be okay. What? Papa, Wooden knock. Who is that?
Hi.
Yes, who is it? Over there. At my feet.
こんばんは。
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Mademoiselle Recettear Lemongrass. That's a hell of a name. Miss Fairy. You recite Lemongrass? Answer me. Term Finance Company. Here to collect payment on a loan paid out to your father. Here is the contract and my identification. So she is a loan shark. They're gonna take the house. Unless we turn it into an item shop and sell stuff. And make money. Pay this lady off. It's like, what a racket. It's like, get people in debt and then come find them. Like, you could turn your house into a business. Pay me off. Monsieur Lemongrass disappeared following a fracas atop the local volcano. Almost said volcano. So we assumed he might have returned here. Even if he is not, however, the contract covers this eventuality. Covers this? Quite. As the sole remaining member of his household, we shall require that you pay his debts. Barely have enough money to live by myself. Naturally, we are not demanding it all be repaid at once. There is still a small amount of time before any payment is due. Therefore, am I gonna get sold off in parts to distant foreign lands that repay? Low key, she's not gonna be sold as into trafficking. I don't want to be a sailor.
話を聞いてください。
Please listen to me for a moment. It's like that constant song loop. I'm gonna help you pay me back. But I've never worked a single day in my life. Experience has no bearing in this case. We just need your fucking house, lady. If you do not wish to work, then that is that. Or that is it. The house's terms. And we will have to ask you to leave the premises. This is our house now. Work or house? I'll work.
でも
Actually, I already have an idea. The pros in this. Ruining lives. Of course she fled. Dad's probably dead. Owing a whole lot of debt. Oh wait, she's outside working on a sign for the damn shop. Let's go. Their shop sign, of course. Doesn't it look cool? You can't be a shop without one of these, you know? Yes, well, it is quite well made, however. I've always been good at making stuff. Be that as it may, while the sign is nice, Is there a problem? You don't like my sign? Well, the name. You are quite sure you have thought that through? Recettear, the combination of our names. Come on. It's genius. Like one of them Hollywood couples. And 2 of us opening a store, so the name should reflect that, right? You don't like it? You don't like it? It's decided. Ho. Recettear. Ho. Recettear. So is it Recet? Or is it Reset? I've always said Reset. Is it Recet? Could be like Racketeer. Racketeer. Maybe it's not Reset. Like when I read her name, I read it as Reset. But maybe it is Recet. How is it possible to sleep this much each day? How? Tear. Okay, well. How to use the ship. Are you smiling so much? Smile you had while sleeping is just getting bigger. No reason. I just think I saw something nice in my dreams. Wash yourself. Maybe downstairs. We changed our mind. You are being sold to the pirates. So I have an item shop and stuff, and it's all cool and awesome. So what do I do now? That is up to your judgment. You sit at the counter, we can open immediately, or we can reorganize the shop, or we can even go search for new stock around town or elsewhere. Yikes, that's a ton of options. How do I choose? As I said earlier, running a place like this is more of an art than it is something you can simply follow a map through. Simply pick something, we will deal with what comes. Okay. We do have a little bit of money that we can spend, so before we open the shop, either go to the Merchants Guild or check out the market. We may not have enough to afford anything here. I guess the muffler. Unthankful statue. You know what? You get 1 walnut bread. Not the statue. Should have maybe got the statue. We can get 1 of the mufflers. Alright, let's open the store, see how it goes. I'm looking for something special. Ah, this'll do. Now that's what I'm talking about. We are going to try and run this up on the guy. Is it really that expensive? Yeah, I know. Well, that'll do, I suppose. I didn't get like the satisfied bonus, but I need to make money early on, so I'm trying to nickel and dime these boys. Oh hi, well, mommy told me to buy this. We'll sell it cheap. Now we got the near pin, so that gives you that bonus experience. That's for my brother. A kind child. Get a discount, as a matter of fact. You get 102%. Just buying gifts for your family, you wonderful soul. Glee, I sold old muffler. Alright, so we got a little bit of money. That didn't completely end the day. So now I might be able to go and kind of re-up on some items here. We sold that. Get a windbreaker. Kind of going for more of the premium items, the quicker flips. Could get that armor set. But leveling up is also important. So we do need to have a little bit of a variety in items, maximize like the amount of customers we bring in each day. So not everything needs to be the rare item. I think I already had a sword. I shouldn't have bought that. Dude, anything I can get with the 420 I got left. I can buy one of the statues. Fortunately, that means I can't buy one of the books. Maybe get some food items. I'll save it. Windbreaker. That's a fine windbreaker. With the hat. Chime up there. And the statue. Couple of swords. I think that's all we got, but filling the shelves a little bit. So you can open the, there's 4 phases to the day. In the top left corner, you can kind of see where the dial is. Each phase, you have the option to explore the town or open the shop. You can open the shop multiple times a day, so sometimes it can be best to like open it first in the morning, then go buy some more stuff with the profits you made, then come back and try and sell more by the end of the night, like right at the end. I think in the final phase, that's really all you can do. I think the other stores are closed at that point. All you can really do is open your shop at the end. Alright, let's see what we can get for this. Do 126%. A bit expensive, I do agree. Gotta make money though. I'd really like to get that pin accuracy bonus. Like, it's really going more towards like 120%. Like 130's pushing it. You're like getting lucky when you... Let's try 120. Might need to be a little bit lower. Alright. Let's see what the profit is for the day. End up making a little bit. Still got some items left to sell though too. concerning the debt, I have a suggestion concerning its repayment. Paying it all back at once is wholly beyond your means, so I recommend smaller weekly payments to slowly chip away at it. Never said how big the debt is. If you found out, you'd faint, girl. Store begins. Build Steam. Yes. So on the 8th, we gotta pay him. Or pay her 10,000. That's one of those things you need to make sure when that day comes up, you have that much money on you. I can't remember if it's the beginning of that day or if it's the end of that day. But I'm not gonna take chances on the first one. We'll know by when the 8th comes up on the calendar. We'll know if I have to pay it before or after the day comes. But you'll need to make sure that you have your profits or your money back. You've sold it. You don't just dump a bunch in just before that. Otherwise, you won't be able to pay it off. And that's pretty much the way you get a game over in this. I'm pretty sure when it gets to the dungeon area. Go out to the. Yeah, when it gets to like the dungeon areas, I think if you faint in the dungeon, it just ends the day. Like the only way to really get a game over, I think, is not being able to pay your debt by the end of the month. Maybe expand on what I have. Maybe get a book. Staff. Then also, one of the strategies I remember from when I played this back in the day was like there are moments when these vendors like have sales of their own going on and things become cheaper. Visit the town square. But yeah, like you can dump your money in then and you'll maximize your profits when you turn around and sell it. Alright, at the plaza to relax, yes. Yes, that's right. I work for Term Finance. Fairies are discriminated against. Passing laws to help them find work. Alright, last place to visit. I guess pub's locked, but we can go to the Adventurers Guild. What is this place? It's the Adventurers Guild. The guild manages expeditions to the various untamed wilderness. Commonly referred to as dungeons. We can't visit unless we got an adventurer. You can't just ask anybody to risk their lives. You gotta pay them. That's how it works. Get the adventurer's card. Kind of just giving you the play-by-play here as I read this. I don't feel like reading the whole script. Makes it take so much longer. Here's our adventurer.
だから
Listen to
何
me.
度も言ってるだろ
So we find a down on his luck, struggling to find work adventurer. And we're in luck because we don't want to pay him very much at all, so he will work for dirt cheap for us. It's pretty much the gist of what's about to go down is a partnership build together. He finds some work, gets some items, gets the groundwork in on his adventurer business, and we get an adventurer to get free items. Which he was always my favorite adventurer. I feel like the ones that you got later on like were actually a little bit harder to use, and you know, we'll see when I get to that point. My memory, if it serves correct, it's the harder, like the more you unlock, the harder it gets. Is because like the guys you unlock to use in the dungeons like become harder.
ちょっといいですか
Maybe it's just play styles. But we'll see when I get there. It might be easier.
と
Merchants who happen to be passing. Merchants. Oh, you heard me talking. Yes, we will hire you. So the CD already. This guy's about to risk or risk his life to make us money and thank us for the opportunity. That's what we like. It's like, what are you gonna pay me beyond eternal friendship for life?
よし
Got nothing to lose, let's do it. Yayifications. The terms. See, now I'm not sure, like when I read the name, I don't know if I want it to be Recette anymore, because Racketeer, like Raquette, kind of sounds a little better than Recette. I've been saying Recette forever though. Because Recettear sounds better as a name, but then again, Recettear, like I said, it sounds like Racketeer. Alright. So we can hire an adventurer. Items wish to bring with us. We really don't need any. Let's see how this goes. It's been some time since I played this. Or, you know, this part. So we're going into a dungeon.